Hello and welcome everybody, and thank you guys for joining me once again into another Kritika online video. My name is Wilky and my Shadow Mage is steadily growing. We're currently level 22 and I'm getting the hang of it slowly but surely. So basically how this class works, or parts of it, is that basically you have this Shadow Body pal that empowers your attacks, and if you use certain skills, then he'll execute those skills and you'll be reverting back to your basic gunslinger abilities without his shadow enchantment. So if you look at that, this is my basic attack right now, and if I trigger, for example, this skill, my basic attack changes into these basically just gunslinger skills. So that's a cool feature that'll basically allow you to move between sort of range and melee hybrid whenever you use certain skills, which is really cool. And I actually like it. Like, it's a lot fast-pacer than I originally thought it's gonna be. Like, he's very hybrid-y. I guess even more of a hybrid than Doomblade. At least for now, it feels like that. And I do really enjoy myself. However, I do think that Doomblade will remain my main character, at least for now. Maybe Shadow Mage is gonna be really cool later on or something. I'm like, damn, I actually enjoy this more. But that's also why I want to play a bit more in closed beta. As far as other characters go, I'm not sure. I'm probably going to check out the Rogue and see that classes. I'll probably make all 4 base characters and just do the class changes and see how things go then. Other than that, I'm not really sure where the road is going to go. Personally, I preferably... Woo! This guy has super armor, wants to grab my ass. That's what you get. So I personally want to focus on 1 character if possible. Prefer, like, not more than 2 at least. Simply because I don't think gearing right now will take ages, but I expect it to be going a similar route as C9, that as the game progresses there will be more and more gear. And if you play multiple characters, it's gonna take insane amount of time and effort to basically keep them all well geared. And I'm not entirely sure if I really want to go for that again, so I'd preferably try and go for 1 character. And so far, Doomblade really seems cool. Shadow Mage seems cool as well. Other than that, there's not really 1 class that really intrigues me. One of my viewers recommended the Berserker quite often, so I will definitely check him out after things are settled with my Doomblade and my Shadow Mage. And then I'm not sure if I'm gonna try one of the Reapers. Like, scythes are cool, but I don't know, like the animations, the Vamp, she seems to be revolving around dots and bleedings and stuff like that. That's not usually my playstyle. I'm not the type of person that like prefers these stacking dots and stuff like that. And the Valkyrie, I'm not sure. Like, if anything, that's probably gonna be the Valkyrie. I mean, that's the PvP video I uploaded was against the Valkyrie, and she seems to have quite a lot of heavy AoE moves and spinning around with the scythe, which was actually quite cool. I really liked her visually. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, I guess, really. It's too early for me to judge, really. Doomblade is definitely where I'm gonna be at for now. Especially since now I have the X abilities, I can't wait for the reset and go into dungeons again. And whack some enemies in the face. And also probably gonna be some PvP later on. Who knows? As I said, so far my focus is gonna be on PvE. Get as much knowledge about the game as possible. And preferably, probably compile the things about what's different, what's similar to C9. What should you expect if you're coming from a game like C9 or let's say Dragoness or any other action RPG really that works similar to Kritika Online. And if that's something you would generally enjoy, because I still get repeated questions if like, is this a game you would enjoy if I enjoy C9? And so far I would say definitely, yeah. You'll have hell of a lot to enjoy in this game if you like C9. About its combat depth mechanics, I'd say C9 is more in depth, but I'll cover that in the future video and basically make a list of how things are and what I mean by things like that. Anyways, let's see if I can finish the boss without he actually finishing me. That's looking good so far. Can I shoot? Can break his armor now. As long as he doesn't stop flinching, I basically can combo him infinitely, but... Alright, that was good. That was good. I'm not sure if that applies to every boss. It seems that even if you combo these bosses, either unless you drop it, like, or there's just basically a reset after a couple seconds where the screen turns black for a second, and they basically push you away, which is like the evasive dash of the bosses. But many bosses afterwards you can still just continue to stagger them. Other bosses, for example, have this little bar below their HP bar, which is basically displaying their, I guess, super armor frame or ultra state. Which, if you know what super armor is, it's exactly the same, really. There is no difference than that, other than the naming. But I'll cover that and other topics, as I said in the video. I'll basically draw comparisons between C9 and Kritika Online, because they do have a lot of things in common. There are a few differences here and there, but generally, as I said, if you're familiar with C9, if you like the game, there's no way you're not gonna at least enjoy Kritika Online as well, really. Like, I can't see anybody... Like, the only thing I can see some people getting turned off by is the art style, because this is a lot more, I guess, cartoony, anime-ish, and the gameplay is definitely faster. So if C9 was already fast for you, too fast, you might have an issue with that game, really, because it definitely is a lot faster than C9 is. But as I think the main thing that's gonna drive people away is the art style, really. This is heavily stylized. You have these black lines around everything. Basically, it looks like an anime-ish, but I don't mind. I really do not mind. However, I do understand that a lot of people do not enjoy playing games like that. So that might be a killer for some people. But then again, I mean, there's no choice, really. The game looks this way, and you either go along with it, or you don't. That's just how things are. Failed experiment, law 24. That guy is really scary, actually. Especially if it grabs you, just like he did now. Is he dead now? Alright. So as you can see, once you play along, this becomes really second nature. I don't have to worry about my cooldowns anymore. I guess I realized how things work by now. And that's really cool, because if it wouldn't be intuitive at all, it would be kind of annoying to play, because you constantly have to be looking at your skills, cooldowns, and read up stuff. And generally, I haven't had to do a lot of that. And keep in mind, I'm playing the Shadow Mage for around about 2 hours now, so that's not a hell of a lot of time I'm spending. And I feel very familiar with the class by now. I'm sure I do not know everything. Sure as hell not. And I'm sure there's more things that I still have to learn, but so far, I'm feeling really comfortable with the class. It feels really good. And everything seems to be working quite nicely. PvE seems to be going well. I haven't PvP'd with this yet, but I'm not sure if I should even bother enter the arena at level 23. Like, I have so few skills, I have so little approaches, that probably anybody can easily kill me simply because they have more skills than I do. But we'll see. I'll definitely gonna try out PvP on my Shadow Mage as well. Once I get the hang of, I guess, PvPing with my Doomblade, that's when I'll probably start PvPing with other characters as well. You can see there's a lot of stuff happening on my screen, so for anybody who's not familiar with the game, you'd be like, damn, how does he know how to... Like, this feels... Even though you don't really have the visual cues, once you start playing the game, you get a very distinct feel for how things work, when to turn, what camera, and stuff like that. So this is really a lot less confusing as a player than it is for a viewer. So don't worry about that. All you have to put in is a bit of time, dedication, and really enjoy what you're doing with your class. And there's really nothing in the way for you to enjoy this game. Like, really, there isn't anything. I can't think of anything that's gonna diminish your fun in the game. If you like fast-paced action combat, this is true action combat. Like, so far I had one skill that was aiming, but other than that, this seems fantastic. This feels great, it runs great, I haven't had any performance issues, other than the one crash at the very beginning of the game. I never had any issues with the game never crashed for me, and I never had any other issues other than that, really, so that's really cool. And I'm really looking forward to that, to how the game's gonna play out. Let's see what we can do with the boss. I assume he's gonna get his black spin the world thingy in a bit. Ah, maybe not, maybe not. Oh, we got him. Cool start. We got him before he slapped my ass back, so that's good. As you can see, my rest points are depleting, but the reset is around about to happen in like half an hour while I record this video. So by the time this video is live, you know, these information are, well, not on point obviously anymore. But yeah, that's really it. That's really some of my Gun Mage PvE gameplay. I'll probably update you guys with another Gun Mage video maybe later this evening, probably tomorrow. Because as I said, after the reset, I'm definitely going to focus on my Doomblade again. And after his rest points are depleted, I'm going to fall back to my Shadow Mage and see how things are with them. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video of some PvE with my Shadow Mage. As usual, if there's anything else you want to see or you're curious about, feel free to hit me up, let me know. Other than that, thank you guys for sticking around, and as always, hopefully see you guys next time.